Please, can you introduce yourselves for the camera?
Yes, I'm Douglas Mackay, and this is my wife, Linda.
Hi, how do you do?
Hi.
Could you tell us which timeshare you owned with and how long for?
Yeah, it was Infinity Leisure, and we owned it for about 10 years or so.
How much did it cost you to join?
£5,000, just over
Yeah.
five.
Yeah, but 5'2" maybe.
5'2", yeah.
What convinced you to spend so much money on the day?
Well, the backstory to that, Mark, was that we already owned a timeshare in Scotland. It was chaos. It was absolute nightmare. We would turn up and someone was in our villa. And then over the years, you could see that it was not being looked after. It was in the west of Scotland, so the weather's poor and wet. So we thought, if we get another opportunity, which we had in Costa Almeria with Infinity, we will sell that to them and buy something more substantial. So that was one of the main drivers for us to buy it.
Yeah, that was.
After 10 good years with Infinity, what made you fall out of love with it?
Well, I think what really, as I got older, scared me, and after we discussed it, it was the whole issue of, let's be clear, we actually enjoyed timeshare ownership.
Yeah, we did. We had some good holidays.
We had some great holidays. There were great facilities, great access to them at the dates we wanted. And what had started to happen was the maintenance fee started to creep. It then dawned on us that word perpetuity, which we understood what it meant, but actually wasn't a favour to our children at all. It was actually a liability. And we felt as parents that wasn't something that was reasonable to pass on to our kids.
Yeah, it felt like we'd be leaving them a financial burden rather than something that might be welcomed.
How did you initially feel about doing business with ECC?
You can answer that.
Well, I was Mrs. Skeptical, very skeptical. I can't. I'm very skeptical. We were handing over £5,000, and okay, you signed a few pieces of paper, but I felt like I didn't really have any real guarantee that my money was safe, and that seemed like quite a lot of money to us, £5,000. But Douglas was the one that really pushed it, and so I thought, okay, go along with it. And the other thing was the lady who dealt with us. I think I'm quite, I work with people all the time, and I think I felt she was genuine, and I trusted her. So that helped me.
Yeah, she was very nice, the lady. It was through in Stirling. We drove through to Stirling from Glasgow, and she was not remotely pushy.
Yeah.
She told us what you would do for us, and we just trusted her. I think, as your face of the company, we trusted her. But yes, I went into that meeting with a deal of skepticism, and I actually checked you through our solicitor to have a look at you as a company. And she came back, she took a couple of weeks, and she came back, she says, look, it looks above board and it looks like they're doing what it says in the tin. So we just calmed down and thought, right, let's see how this goes.
How did you feel when you were informed your award money was ready to be paid into your bank?
Well, I was walking the dog in the rain, Mark, outside, and it was really wet, and then I heard your dulcet tones on the end of the line. And I thought, the degree of skepticism, because you asked me to provide bank details, and as a retired policeman, I thought, oh, really? And I came in and I told Linda. And because, to be honest, neither of us thought we would get any money back.
No.
What we would have been happy with, and it doesn't mean you can have the money back, but what we'd have been happy with is that if we just got out of the contract and saved us passing this burden as we now see it to our children. So to get a result like that, I didn't expect any money. No. And to get as much as that was just...
we were willing. We had quite a few conversations about it over the period of time that we waited. And there was a few snipes at him, you can imagine, that I don't think we're never going to see this money, despite the fact that the lady said, you will definitely get your 5,000 back. By this time, I didn't believe her, because some time had passed and just given up on it. So when Douglas came in and said, we've got 10,000. Absolutely delighted. I apologised to him actually. I said, I'm sorry for not believing you. No, but he was quietly not believing it either.
I was quite, what I was benefiting from, and Linda wasn't, was the portal that M1 Legal was using.
That's true.
So I was being updated on a regular basis about our case moving forward, whereas Linda was just really sitting in the dark. And I would sometimes say to her, M1 Legal have been on, and et cetera, and we're at stage. But actually, until you see the result, you sometimes you think, but they might just say, sorry, didn't happen.
What will you do with the money?
Well, we had a really nice holiday in America a couple of years ago. Well, 4 years ago.
Yeah, we did Route 66.
Route 66, and we've always fancied going down the West Coast and, you know, hiring a van or something. But that's quite a big output for a holiday, so we're going to use it for that.
What would you say to other timeshare owners thinking of retaining ECC to claim compensation for them?
Okay, if they're watching this, what I would say to them is that don't be afraid. Just trust you and your team to do what you'll say you'll do, because that's what you've done for us, regardless of our skepticism initially. I think the whole issue of timeshare is tainted. And the fact that you're telling people that you can do something for them is actually alien to what they're reading everywhere else. And that's a tricky one to get over in your head. But we trusted you, you delivered and more. And also what I would say is M1 Legal, and I think maybe his Spanish name is James, Jamie, was constantly in touch with us, keeping us up to date and reassuring us that this was being worked on, and at some point there would be a result, and on all occasions told us, you're going to win this. So I would say to people, trust you, give you their money, and it will be returned twofold, it would appear, at least on several occasions, if not more. So and the only reason I think, Matt, and I need to say this on behalf of Jamie's performance, was that I know Jamie chased that money down. I know the judge in Spain told him, unless you can find an account with money in it for this company, I can't award. And he spent a lot of time tracking that money down for us. So it's not a case of, oh, this is too hard, we're away. So go for it, folks. Go for it. It's really worth the effort, and it's definitely worth the money.
Yeah, thank you.